Part 6. Cal had been slopping his way through the endless muck for what felt like hours. The void around him showed no sign of giving way to anything. At least it was warmer out here than it had been in the DMV. It was also brighter. The void was filled with some sort of ambient light. He hadn't noticed at first on account of his life being threatened. His stomach growled again, the only sound besides the sticky squelching of his feet in the foul-smelling sludge. He thought about going home and eating whatever was in his aunt's pantry. He knew there would be leftovers from dinner, and then there were cookies, some salty potato chips, and a Dr. Pepper to wash it down. His mouth watered at the prospect. He wondered what his aunt had made for dinner. He hoped she wasn't too worried. Maybe she would just think he was doing what 18-year-old boys do, staying out all night, making memories. Or perhaps she had gone to bed before even having the chance to miss him. He just hoped she hadn't called his mom. Would his mom even be upset if he was missing? No time for that, gotta keep moving, he mumbled, focusing on his walking. A small island appeared in the distance, emphasis on small. It was just big enough to house a dead tree, and still have some space to sit. He hurried onto the island, then lay on his back, breathing heavily. He hadn't known how much he loved solid ground until that moment. After he caught his breath, he took off his shoes, trying to scrape as much mud off as possible. It wasn't going to help for long, but any break he could get, he would take. He got his first shoes sort of clean when a familiar smell began to fill the air. No. He looked around. Coming from the direction he had been heading was a big, imposing form, gliding over the water. His crackling breaths echoed out here in the void. The smell was getting more unbearable with each passing second. "Damn it!" Cal shouted, then started back in the direction of the DMV. It was no use. He was too slow. And of course that thing could float freely over the water, not having to trudge through the mud like Cal did. In his hurry, Cal lost his balance and fell forward on his knees, his arms sinking down into the mud. He tried to pull himself up, but he was stuck. The slimy mud sucked him deeper down. The thing got closer. Cal tried to pull his arms free of the mud, almost dislocating them, but he only sunk down further. He was almost completely underwater now, just his head broke the surface. He wasn't sure which he preferred, sinking down into the mud or whatever that thing had planned.